The story is set in a land called Oz, a place where beauty and wonder coexist. However, beneath its glittering cities and seemingly perfect facade lies a web of intrigue and injustice. Amidst this society, Elphaba is born, a girl with green skin who becomes a symbol of oddity in Oz. Despite facing ridicule, Elphaba possesses remarkable intelligence and an unyielding determination to challenge the world's prejudices against her. In one of Oz's bustling cities, there is a lively university. At this institution, a young woman named Galinda arrives. Galinda is portrayed as a popular figure who has a natural ability to bring joy to those around her. She shines brightly like a beacon, yet behind her polished exterior, she grapples with self-doubt and moral dilemmas about her life's purpose. During the university's vibrant atmosphere, tensions suddenly arise when a mysterious green-skinned figure, Elphaba, appears in the crowd.
What?
Her striking appearance captures everyone's attention as she introduces herself as someone who was born different. Elphaba shares her story, revealing that she is the daughter of a woman named Melina, who was married to Mr. Frex. Her birth was considered a divine punishment due to her unusual appearance. As a result, her mother decided to have another child, leading to the birth of Nessa, who looked human but was physically disabled.
Elphaba Thropp!
Amid the silence, Galinda makes an effort to show kindness to Elphaba. However, Elphaba interprets this gesture as insincere due to her childhood experiences of mockery and bullying. Elphaba's presence at the university is not for her own sake, but to accompany her younger sister, Nessa. Their father had tasked Elphaba with caring for Nessa, believing she was incapable of managing on her own.
If anything should happen to her, we'll make sure she has everything she needs.
Once all the preparations are complete, the university's new student orientation begins. During the event, a magical instructor named Madame Morrible is introduced. Renowned for her ability to control the weather instantly, Morrible captivates Galinda. Enthralled, Galinda approaches Morrible after the presentation and expresses her desire to learn magic. However, Morrible explains that her exclusive magic classes are reserved for exceptional individuals, and Galinda does not meet the criteria.
Someone very special were to come along.
After the orientation event concluded, the students headed to their respective rooms. Since Nessa was regarded as a special individual due to her status as the governor's daughter, a woman named Shenshin suddenly offered to assist her. This infuriated Elphaba, who saw the gesture as insincere. Her anger triggered the release of her hidden magical powers, causing part of the university to be destroyed. Everyone was shocked and terrified by the immense power Elphaba displayed. However, the situation was quickly brought under control when Madame Morrible intervened, claiming the incident was caused by her own magic.
Yes, that was me.
Elphaba's extraordinary magical abilities caught Morrible's attention. Realizing that the person she had been seeking was right in front of her, Morrible approached Elphaba and invited her to join her exclusive magic class. Elphaba initially declined, stating that she was only there to accompany her sister and viewed her powers as a curse. Undeterred, Morrible persistently encouraged Elphaba, who eventually accepted the offer and began to see Morrible as a kind mentor.
Welcome to Shiz.
Due to her special status, Elphaba was assigned to share a private room with Galinda. While they often clashed at first, their time together allowed Galinda to gradually understand Elphaba better. Over time, Elphaba's presence at the university also caught the attention of Dr. Dillamond, a goat-like professor. He grew close to Elphaba, forming a unique bond.
Quite right, Miss Elphaba.
An unexpected conflict arose during a class when a message reading, "Animals shouldn't teach," appeared. Deeply offended, Dr. Dillamond dismissed the class in protest.
Class dismissed.
This incident revealed the harsh social realities of Oz, where talking animals like Dr. Dillamond faced systemic discrimination. Their rights were severely restricted, from education to freedom of speech. Witnessing such treatment stirred Elphaba's deep empathy for Dr. Dillamond. While others abandoned him, Elphaba stayed by his side, offering support, which led to a close friendship between them.
Miss Elphaba, you don't have to. Thank you.
Although Elphaba possessed immense magical power, she struggled to control it. After days of training with Madame Morrible, she began to grasp how to use her abilities. She discovered that her magic often surged uncontrollably when she was angry, causing objects around her to fly chaotically.
Keep moving.
The sorrow and mistreatment Dr. Dillamond endured only deepened Elphaba's concerns. One day, she secretly followed him home and witnessed the worsening treatment of talking animals by humans. It became clear that there was a systematic effort to erase these creatures from human society. To make matters worse, she discovered that the animals were gradually losing their ability to speak.
But if animals are losing the ability to speak...
Determined to act, Elphaba decided to report the situation to the ruler of Oz, known as the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, who resided in the Grand Emerald City. After discussing her plans with Dillamond, she returned to the university. On her way back, she accidentally encountered a man named Fiero. Their meeting left Fiero stunned, as he had never met anyone like Elphaba before. The next day, their paths crossed again when Fiero arrived at the university. His charming appearance caught Galinda's attention, and she quickly attempted to win his favor. Her interest was reciprocated, and a romantic relationship began to blossom between them.
Is the book place?
It's also not far from here. It's another place.
The university was a place of grandeur, offering exciting activities, including a lively evening dance party with enchanting music. Initially, Elphaba was reluctant to attend the event. However, Galinda persistently encouraged her, suggesting that wearing the witch's hat she gifted Elphaba would make her look beautiful. Touched by Galinda's kind words, Elphaba eventually decided to join the party. Before departing for Emerald City, Elphaba approached Madame Morrible with a request to admit Galinda into her magic class.
Miss Elphaba has requested.
A magic wand.
It's a training wand.
Elphaba did?
Despite her good intentions, Elphaba faced challenges in adjusting to the new social environment. When she arrived at the bustling party, her presence drew attention, but not in a positive way. Many viewed her as strange, and no one dared approach her. Seeing Elphaba being ignored, Galinda, unable to stand by, began mimicking Elphaba's movements on the dance floor. Her gesture reignited the festive atmosphere, prompting others to join in and enjoy the celebration. This marked the beginning of their friendship, with Galinda resolving to help Elphaba become more socially accepted, just like herself.
Look at you. You're beautiful.
The following day, Dr. Dillamond's worst fears came true. He was suddenly arrested by the authorities, and a law prohibiting talking animals from interacting with humans was fully enforced. Before being taken away, Dillamond attempted to warn Elphaba of a major conspiracy in Oz, but was unable to finish his message. This incident became a turning point for Elphaba. She realized that the land of Oz was plagued by systemic injustice and resolved to fight against the oppressive system, fully aware of the significant risks involved in her decision. News of Elphaba's extraordinary magical abilities eventually reached the highest authority in Oz. Shortly after Dr. Dillamond's arrest, Elphaba received a special invitation to Emerald City, a rare honor reserved for remarkable individuals. This news brought joy not only to Elphaba but also to her friends. As she prepared for her journey, several people, including Fiero, came to see her off. Fiero began to show his growing admiration for Elphaba, drawn to her kindness and compassionate nature.
Good luck.
After bidding farewell to her friends, Elphaba boarded the carriage sent to fetch her. Displaying her generosity, she invited Galinda to accompany her to Emerald City.
I'm coming.
Upon their arrival, Elphaba and Galinda were greeted by the grandeur of Emerald City, a vibrant metropolis bathed in shades of green and inhabited by seemingly warm and welcoming people. Their arrival was celebrated with great enthusiasm, reflecting the city's high regard for them. Following the welcoming festivities, they were led to an enormous gate. Walking through the grand corridors, they noticed numerous monkey soldiers stationed along the way, creating an unsettling atmosphere that made Elphaba begin to doubt her decision to meet the wonderful Wizard of Oz. When they entered a vast chamber, they were startled by the appearance of an intimidating giant face. However, as Elphaba introduced herself, the true identity of the wizard was revealed, a seemingly kind man known as the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, who welcomed them warmly. The wizard explained that he needed Elphaba's help to harness her powers to improve Emerald City. However, his vision conflicted with Elphaba's desire to end the oppression of talking animals.
My heart's desire is for you to help the animals.
To gain her trust, the wizard assigned her a simple task: to use her magic to animate an inanimate object. He provided her with a book called the Grim Air, containing advanced spells to assist her. Elphaba successfully completed the task, but unbeknownst to her, her actions aided the wizard in developing a mechanism to intensify the oppression of talking animals. The shocking truth was soon revealed. The wizard's true intent was to exploit Elphaba's powers to enslave talking animals, strip them of their ability to speak, and reduce them to ordinary beasts. Realizing the truth, Elphaba was overcome with anger and disappointment. The witch she had once admired and respected turned out to be a manipulative figure, power-hungry and leading with corruption. Upon uncovering this reality, Elphaba decided to leave Emerald City with Galinda. Her refusal to submit to the ruling regime led Madame Morrible to send an army of evolved flying monkeys to capture Elphaba, all while spreading rumors that the changes in the monkeys were caused by the green-skinned Elphaba. During their escape, Galinda hesitated, feeling uncertain and unprepared for Elphaba's radical decision to oppose the government. However, amidst the escalating danger, the two worked together to flee Emerald City. Hoping to gain extraordinary powers to confront the guards, Elphaba instead discovered a magic staff. She used it to aid in her escape from the city. Though Elphaba managed to flee, Galinda was briefly captured, and their paths began to diverge. Elphaba resolved to continue her fight against the oppressive regime, while Galinda, fearing the consequences of their actions, chose to return to Emerald City and resume her role as an ally to the witch. And this is the end of this story.